तस्मादोमित्युदाहृत्य यज्ञदानतपक्रियाः प्रवर्तन्ते विधानोक्ताः सततं ब्रह्मवादिनाम्.
Tasmat, therefore, uttering Om, the followers of Brahman always, satatam, begin the acts of sacrifice, gift and penance as laid down in the scriptures. So, Brahman is the origin of the world, it is the end, the culmination of human existence, it pervades the entire universe. So, Brahman is everywhere. And before you embark on your activity, whatever it is that you do, you have to remind yourself, I am doing it for reaching Brahman. And whatever it is I am doing is enabled by Brahman. Brahman is everywhere. So therefore, the seeker must first utter Om. That is why Om precedes everything. Any chant you chant, recite, it starts with Om. Traditional people, when they write, before they start writing, they write an Om on top. Whatever they do, they begin with Om. This is not a ritual. This is a very strong reminder. You try it tomorrow morning, you wake up, and before you do anything, just silently repeat Om. Don't make a show of it, please. Don't go to work and suddenly start Om. They'll put you in send you to a psychiatrist. It's a reminder to yourself that Brahman is the sap that runs through everything. Brahman is that which enables me to think, to feel emotions, to perceive, to see, hear, taste, smell, touch, to act. So whatever I do, nonsense or sense, sensible or stupid, the origin is Brahman. And why am I doing whatever it is that I'm doing? I'm doing it only to get to that state of Brahman. Those who don't remember this, if you don't remember this, you get attached, you get entangled, you get enmeshed in the world and make a mess of everything. So, yajna, tapa, dana are the basic spiritual disciplines. What is yajna? We're reminding ourselves again. Yajna is action dedicated to the goal. First, you must set a goal. The highest goal is the goal of self-realization. If you're not able to conceive of that, anything beyond your selfish, self-centered interests is okay for starters. And yajna is working in a spirit of service and sacrifice for that goal. When you do that, you become a charming personality. You lend a charm to the activities. Like so many people over the last 3 days have come and said, you have such wonderful volunteers outside. They're all young, they're happy, they're cheerful. Why? Because at least for these 4 days, I can't guarantee for the rest of their lives. At least for these 4 days, they're dedicated to a cause. What a difference it makes. Tapa is once you fix the goal, you control your energies, prevent their dissipation, and redeploy them for the achievement of the goal. This is tapas. And dana, when you function in a spirit of yajna and you put in tapa, you meet with outstanding success. And dana is this attitude of wanting to share with everybody. Share the byproduct of your pursuit with everyone. Because you really have no value for it. It's like Sant Tukaram. He was always a poor person. He could never retain a job and his wife would constantly complain. Once, by sheer accident, he got, accident in the sense the fruit of his labor, the byproduct is he got some money. And he had promised his children that he would bring sugarcane home. He bought a whole lot of sugarcane. On the way home, he saw so many other children. He distributed the sugarcane to all of them. By the time he went home, he had only one sugarcane rod. But that, his children enjoyed so much. So when you do dan, only then you can enjoy the fruit of your action. Otherwise, you're stressed out. Again, like Krishna says in the 3rd chapter, Rajasic people who don't do dana, they cook but eat sin. They put in a lot of effort, but their end result is stress. So this is it. Yajna, tapa, dana, these spiritual practices are engaged in after uttering Om, because it's very important that you remind yourself that this is not the end of it. I'm not doing this only for the benefit of enjoying Yajna, Tapa and Dana. These in themselves are highly enjoyable. So when you utter Om, you're reminding yourself that this is only the means to the end. The end is self-realization. The pathway may be endearing, the pathway may be charming, the pathway may be extremely ennobling and cheering, but don't get involved there. If you get involved there, that's the end. That's what the Upanishad says. Those who are reveling in the world are in blinding darkness, materialistic people. But those who are reveling in spiritual practices are in greater darkness, says the Upanishad. So you must watch out for that by constantly uttering Om. Means constantly reminding yourself that the goal is not Yajna Tapa Dana, the goal is beyond the world. Next verse.